Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Worthy, Worth It, and Priceless. This podcast episode is titled, You Are Still Worthy. And I want to speak to the ones out there who don't feel worthy, who don't want to get up out of the bed, who don't want to clean up, don't want to wash clothes, may not even feel up to taking a bath or anything, because life is what it is. And in those moments, sometimes we don't feel worthy. We feel like the whole world has come crashing down on us. And it feels that way. And everywhere you turn, that's exactly what it looks like. You don't want to be okay. You don't want to hear another encouraging word. You don't want to hear anything. You just want to lay in the bed all day. And I'm not going to talk you out of getting out of bed. But I'm going to let you know that even in that bed, you have worth. God did not forget about you, not one bit. And I know what you're going through is tough. And there's no words that can make you feel better at this moment. So I'm going to give you permission, not that you need my permission. It's okay to lay in that bed. It's okay to feel those emotions. Because sometimes that's all you can do. No matter what you say or what anyone else says to you, it doesn't make you feel better. Sometimes it makes you feel worse. With the cliches, oh, God will make a way. You know, um, Better days are coming. Those are things that you know. But what you really want is for the pain to go away. You just want God to basically reach down and just take that pain away. I'll tell you a story about something that I went through. And I was depressed for a few months. I really was. I would go to church and I would try to feel better, or um I would go to school. I would go to work. But I would still come back home and lay right in the bed and cry. And like I said, a lot of days I didn't even want to get up. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't care about anything else. But the thing that I remember was one day after I got out of church, it was actually on April 1st, April Fool's Day. And I went to church and I was saying to God, it's like, God, I don't want to be the same anymore. I don't want to just keep coming to church, going to work, all this stuff, and just coming to bed crying and all of that. So I did go to church that day, and I had one of the ministers pray over me. And I just, I just fell into her arms because I knew I needed prayer. And she prayed over me. I'm not saying I felt instantly good, because I didn't. But I did, but you know what I mean? It wasn't lifted off of me, so to speak. And by the time I got home, I was saying something to God, and I was like, God, when will this pain just go away? The next thing I know, I just started laughing. It was as if the pain was never there. As time went on, I realized the reason why God didn't really heal me at that moment that I got prayed over. It was because I would have looked at the person who prayed over me as possibly like a god or something, if you know what I mean. Like, because every time I probably went to something or went through something, I would go to that person for prayer thinking that they were the answer or the source, when it was actually God who was the source. But I want to give you encouragement that even through it all, You still have worth. My worth did not diminish because I cried or I had a heartbreak or anything like that. God still loves you, and He will meet you right where you are, just like how He met me while I was in the bed crying. He heard my cry, and He will hear yours as well. It's not over for you. Lay in the bed as long as you need to, but do not make that bed your casket. There's more inside of you. Just keep going. I love you as always. Stay encouraged. Always know no matter what happens, no matter what happened in your life or what is to come, no matter what, you have worth, you have value, and you are always worthy, worth it, and priceless.